How's Patrick?
Patrick's good. He'll play tonight. Draymond's not going to play. Shoulder.
You mentioned the shoulder, though. Like, how serious would you say it is?
I don't think it's serious. It's enough to keep him from playing tonight, though. It's been bothering him the last few days, and it's still aggravated, so we won't play him tonight.
What do you hope to accomplish this upcoming week with just the stretch of potential games or days to rest, get practice time? What's kind of the objectives when you look at this?
Did we already talk about this?
I was not.
Oh, you weren't there. See, you play hooky, and now I have to answer the same question. We need good, sharp practices. Nothing grueling, but we need to execute better, and we need to stay sharp. We've got a lot of good practice time coming up, so it's important.
Any idea who's going to be in place of Draymond tonight?
I do, but I'm not going to say.
Coming a thing now.
We'll find out shortly.
You will, yeah.
How much does the fact they don't have Nurkic and probably play small spacing, Leonard, affect what you do?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it. I watched their Houston game the other day, and it was looked like the old 6'5" and under league, kind of. So lots of shooting, lots of spacing. They're hard to guard. They run good stuff, and so we got to stay home with shooters and cover penetration. And so you'll see our lineups reflect that.
Steve, this morning Kevin was talking a little bit about his routine in terms of trying to do something better every single day. What do you observe in the way he's driven to find something every day to get better?
He works really hard. I mean, Kevin, all the best players have their routines, and they're very regimented. When you watch KD, he goes through his shooting drills really hard, harder than just about anybody I've seen. Game speed, and so he's driven to get better. He wants to get better. He's constantly working. And he's very conscientious about helping his team as best he can.
Steve, what is it about Sean that makes him kind of an ideal role player, kind of a glue guy?
Well, it's he's a very smart player, a versatile player. At his size, he can guard multiple spots. Really good rebounder for a guard. Understands the game beautifully. So you can kind of plug him in. I mean, we've kind of turned him into a small forward a little bit this last year, and it doesn't matter. Like he knows what he's doing. He contributes every night, whether we give him the ball and play him at the point, like in Detroit, where he got 8 or 9 shots up, or if he's just playing short minutes, off the bench and not shooting much, he still contributes.
Coach, the Warriors are home other than the game in LA a week from today. They're home every game for the rest of 2017. Does that change the way you approach giving guys the full night off versus giving them more rest on a given night?
Not really. I mean, we've approached this season kind of with the idea that if a guy's banged up, he's not going to play. We're just trying to manage the whole season, no matter whether we're on the road or at home. So this should be a good month for us to get healthy and 2 games in the next week. So hopefully Draymond and Zaza can clear up their injuries and we can take advantage of the schedule.
Steve, there's a stretch like you just had, a long road trip where you guys withstood injuries, ejections, many other things. Can that shape a season? I mean, I know it's December, but can a stretch like that be a key moment?
Yeah, it can be a springboard, definitely. I mean, it doesn't define a season, but it helps the kind of the momentum that you need. And there's always ups and downs in the season, but that was a really good stretch for us, and hopefully we can take advantage of it now.
Kevin Durant called himself a student of the game and said every day he wants to get at least 1% better. Is that sort of a consistent theme among superstars, or does that separate him a little bit?
I don't know. You got to ask the other superstars. I think, in general, though, guys who are that good work. I don't know anybody who's ever been a superstar in this league without really working hard on their games. They may be really talented, but it's usually that combination of supreme talent and great work ethic lift a guy to that kind of level.
When the team came home from Detroit, there was a picture of the players on the plane, and then later Steph Curry photoshopped himself into that picture. Have you seen it?
Yeah, my wife showed it.
There you go. What does it say that when Steph's not with the team, he's still with the team?
I don't know. I mean, I think he missed being part of it. He loves being part of the group, and so he had to insert himself into the group since he wasn't there. We're happy to get back and see him. It's good to see him in the locker room and on the practice floor, even though he's not working yet. It's just good to have him around.
Are there any limitations for Patrick tonight?
Not that I know of, but I'll have to talk to Chelsea. He was going to go through the final checkup this evening. Is that right, Raymond?
Yeah, so I got by the doctor here shortly.
Well, just with him getting integrated back and Steph being out, what's just kind of your outlook on what this can do for Patrick with just possible extended minutes?
Well, yeah, I mean, he needs to play. And anytime there's an opening for him, he's going to take advantage of it. And he's generally done so. He's been really good when we've given him the minutes the last, since his career began. So I'm excited for him. I think he'll play well. And he already has played well, as I mentioned. And hopefully Steph's not out too long, but while he's out, it's a good opportunity for Pat.
You guys were playing a little bit better before Steph got injured, but do you feel like since he's been out, you guys have taken it to another level, focus-wise, and gotten a little sharper?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 2 games, but our defensive rating is off the charts, and I think our guys have a sense that there's a little bit of a fear factor without Steph, that we don't have as big of a margin for error. So we have to defend at a high level and take care of the ball, and it's a good start to that, but it's only 2 games.
Steph's obviously out of the walking boot and he was on the bike today. Is he progressing faster than anticipated?
I think he's coming along well. I didn't ask Chelsea, is he a day ahead of schedule or anything like that. He's just coming along well. Everything's going smoothly.
So if you didn't tell us who was going to start at 4, does that apply to the 1 and the 5 too?
Yeah, it's not like a deal where I have I don't know you guys anything. Other than this 10 minutes right here that Raymond told me I had.
So the thing is, you want us to also try and guess and try to.
I'm gonna throw you a bone. KD's gonna start. Clay.
At the 1 or the 5.
Clay's gonna start too, man. All right.
All right.
Thank you. We have a deal.
Timberlake, pop on up here.